Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit, and welcome to another of those returning things. Let's be fair, I like a bit of returning. River Styx, a stage from flipping ages ago, with all red enemies and a horrible Arost, has reappeared in the form of River Acheron, Acheron, whatever it might happen to be. And rather than looking it up, because I very much hate the idea of research and quite like the idea of audience participation, if you know what it is, feel free to let me know. Unfortunately, it's a no continue stage that's slightly rotten, a guaranteed chance to pick up a million XP, which barely even means anything anymore, 200 energy, so not many attempts at it either, and still an annoyingly, strangely sidebar, sort of badly translated 1980s television image into a widescreen format. So the level within River Acheron is Wrath of Carnage, deadly, no spaces, that's how deadly it is, permeating the level so much so that it's slapped right next to the title. So that means no rare, no super rare. Oh, that's where I get quite a lot of my normal sort of battling units from. This is what I have come up with. Not entirely sure about it, but at least all of these are going to be usable units. I think the most astute and wise thing I have done is put in Little Eraser, because I did check and it does indeed not be frozen by the freezy antics of Hanya. If that can move forward while everything else can't, it's going to make sure we can retain our space in the battle. Then half the solution to everything, because that's all we can actually achieve, Island Cat. Dragon Cat is probably one that's going to be swapped out, but it's a fairly nice unit, you know, let's give it some airtime and see how it does. Peach Devils, bit of a range, bit of freeze. Cat Machine, nice, loads of health. Abrahamet's just sort of there. If we can get a freeze in, that'll be good for damage. So Hanya's slow. A huge boy, he's sort of scuffling along the ground, and he has really bad breath. I think Hanya within himself wasn't the issue with this level. Oh, there's boars. Okay, that's something I didn't remember about it. But we've got a red freezer, so let's save up for that one instead of putting out Worker Cat. Try and get Gato Amigo. Maybe we'll get a lucky proc back. What's our cat cannon? A freeze, which is probably useful. Some freezing from there. And then there's a proc freeze. I think I'd be most wise to do a Razor and Gato Amigo as meat shielding. Although as soon as I say that, I kind of realise that that's not enough, unfortunately. I thought it would be, given the odd proc backs and the nice big health of a Razor, and there was one, I think, but as soon as I announced that, an Arost enters the fray, and the boar isn't even dead, so it's going to cause immense trouble. Too much trouble to handle, because I've got absolutely nothing to even begin dealing with it with. Hanya's just sitting in the back laughing, like, oh, you're worried about me, huh? Boar is gone. Right, Hanya, you might start to be relevant to this battle. Getting Cat Machine out might have been an unwise choice, given how close it stands to the enemies. Is the base getting hit? No, it's not. The breath goes far, but not that far. Our Peach Devils are dead. The Peach Devils will return, but then the Cat Machine's dead, and that wasn't the killing of an Arost that I hope would balance out the planes of existence. No, the Arost is still there. Another boar is in audience, and Hanya's just clearing us out. Alright, I see where I'm not welcome. So, multiple thought processes went into what's going on here. The first thing I thought was, well, everything seems to be dying meat shield wise, so when that happens, usually the thought process is, well, we don't really need expensive meat shields, they're just going to be a waste of money because they're going to die anyway. I've changed Peach Devils to Momotaro because the Peach Devils died really quickly, so why not have something cheaper that will die equally quickly but won't have as much of an impact in dying? Tropical Kalisa should do loads of damage to the boar, help us get rid of it more quickly, which is really what I need. Then for the Arost, Deoctanoctanyan. I just had this sort of intuition-y feeling that Deoctanyan would do a better job than Shadow Gowl, but for some reason I can't articulate why. I think I can now afford to put on a Rich Cat and a Sniper Cat for myself. Right, there's Hanya there. I haven't got anything that's fast because we haven't got the Manic Cat. That's annoying. I mean, everything else is horrendously slow. Cat Burger, I think, is genuinely the fastest of them. Tropical Kalisa for the boar now, just making sure the snatches are out of range so that she attacks the boar first, and then into full swing with meat shielding. We've got a freeze off. Excellent. Was just about to use the cannon, but I didn't need to there. there. Loads of damage being put off onto the boar. We've already got a damage knockback. There's another damage knockback, and that is it. Right, let me freeze you. All right, let's get a hit. Bonus. Thank you, Tropical Kalisa. Or I was going to say doesn't quite get a second hit, but she does because she survived. That was excellent. Oh, a knockback from Island. Look at you, half the solution to everything. Still occupying that solution-y spot in our lives. Thank you, Island Cat. It is now the turn of Yan. Go for it, my son. Out of the range of Hanya. Gets a shot off onto our Rost. I thought there might be range difficulties. Luckily, there are not. There was a bit of a Hanya difficulty there, but another shot off onto the Rost. Doesn't die from a snatch, thank goodness. Gets knocked back out the range of Hanya. Gets another shot off on our Rost. Nearly gets one off, but is still alive and should by now have an increased attack. Yep, it does. And the Rost is dealt with. Let's get Tropical Kalisa in. Maybe slightly inopportune timing, but let's freeze it there so we definitely get a hit off. It's not going to die in that one, so we'll get one more hit off, and this is going so much better than before. And just before I can take a breath, before I start the next sentence, another boar appears. What has been probably evident for a lot of the video, and I kind of realised subtly last time, is that Hanya does not freeze, but does instead weaken. So part of my entire hypothesis last time was completely wrong, but there you go, that just tends to happen. I think we're going to try and dispose of this boar. No, not without Tropical Kalisa. We don't want to get overrun with stuff. Although we're going to have problems with attack because she's going to move forward into the attack. That's annoying. Freeze them. But ultimately, we're not going to get any hits on Hanya that time. So nice that I don't have to do horrible Abraham at timings, all of this. Just some nice anti-normal type enemies damage from a nice healthy chunky boy such as the Yan. Or not. Thank you, Orost, for completely undermining me. The seal? That's not part of the thing. Why is it all different now? Right, well, more meat shields, less of the red stuff. Oh, that's less red herring, more red seal. I guess that was just kind of complete non-event, but it terrified me for at least a little bit of a moment. I mean, it could have been heavily buffed. I wasn't to know. With no Yan or free charge time, we're just going to have to keep putting out these meat shields. Definitely going to freeze you because I do not want you moving any further forward. And here is what I feared, the double stack of stuff. Well, we're going to break out Tropical Kalisa while there's an Rost there because there is simply very little else that I can do. And I'm just going to have to spam everything. The Rost is dead. We have a brief reprieve, thank goodness. She gets hit there somehow, not entirely sure how, but we've got a hit off. Where are we on boss health? Absolutely no idea. My islands are being nice and tanky. That's a damage knockback, but again, no idea how many knockbacks it has. These islands are being amazing though. I think they've survived like 2 hits, these ones. Brilliant, considering Hanya's supposed to be some big scary bloke. Well, I mean, which he definitely is. But the islands really working for us here. Another Rost approaches. Let's get ready for that then. Few meat shields and a Yan now. The Rost causing the trouble. Twice hitting Yan before it could get a shot off. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill it before it kills our Yan. With the help of that dastardly Hanya, the new Lord of Cheeky after Nyandam. And once again, we're in the problems because Yan doesn't have such an especially good recharge time. Nice brief reprieve there. Don't know why I did that. Bit of an impulse cannon, but the islands will do well at least for a little bit, and we can rinse and repeat once again. Tropical Kalisa, I tried to time it well with Hanya's attack. Oh, okay. No need to complain. We've done it. Islands were fantastic. Tropical Kalisa was beyond words. The meat shields worked well for us, and that all came together rather more quickly than I expected it would. Right, okay, so it's a shame that I'm sort of having to do this, but things are so disjointed, and whatever you saw before is really long time ago, that now, as well as this being a completely different level, I've no idea what I'm destined to expect. I've put together anti-red things, right, which obviously isn't going to do exactly what I need it to do, but in the middle of Evangelion I wanted an excuse to put Asuka in somewhere, so we're going to do that. Rather like the flaming hellscape of here, the British summer persists, though not as bad as it has been, but to a point where my computer huffs and puffs and blows any form of house it can find down, even though I tried to keep it as cool as I can. So I've opened the window, but that might just have the effect of making both the computer and the outside world louder than it normally should. should be. So for that, I and my dual islands apologise. Oh, it's Hanya and some zombies. Right, well, I was about to put Nerve Moon in, and that's anti-zombie slightly. That would have clearly won it for me. I mean, mistaken prejudice against Nerve Moon that's going on here. Certainly glad I have maglev in. It's just dawned on me that actually has nothing to do with anti-red, but is very useful for sniping zombies now and then, especially the more peony type ones. And we have some nice, lovely, strong islands doing lovely, strong hits onto Hanya and staying there for at least a little while. But Zeal causing trouble now, but dead. Well, that's a good timing then. Things being dealt with as I'm mentioning them is the right way round. I like to be proved wrong, rather than saying, oh, this is going rather well. Oh, I've lost. Aska survives a hit from Hanya. Aska's actually doing an absolute mad one, to be fair. Like knocking back zombies, that's not even her job. Above and beyond she does. Really struggling for money, so I'm doing the thing where I'm tapping furiously, which is about the opposite of what I should be doing. Let's make a sensible worker cat upgrade and then try and deal with things as cheaply as we possibly can. Difficult with an audience of so many zombies. Okay, scratch that. Spam everything you got, my son. Let's just see if we can keep our heads above water. Zeal burrowed, so I'm thinking, yeah. Oh, crikey, no, that's not gone too well. I mean, Subaru's obviously not an anti-zombie, we know that, but he's really doing absolutely nothing here, so that is our issue. Let's just stop there and reconsider. I'm sorry, but it must be worth giving Nerve Moon a go, right? Because I've checked its traits. Not only is it zombie, it's red and zombie. Literally perfect for what we've got going on here. I've also brought in replacement of Subaru, Ava 01, because that is zombies, not red, but should effectively deal with the massive zombies that we seem to permanently have. Also, Weed Whacker, lovely freezing abilities there. A zombie kill immediately, that's what we like to see. I'm going to sacrifice some of those monies for worker cat upgrades. Should I make the intelligent choice and go Ava 01, or the unintelligent choice and do Nerve Moon? Nerve Moon! Yeah, you know it makes sense and you know you love it. Go on, slow the suckers. Bazam! Nice bit of slow. Save up for Ava 01 before you look silly, Regit. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Aha! Purple Rain. Look at you about to be defeated. Look, knocked back before Ava 01 even has a chance. Oh, crikey. We've been sodded a little bit there. Ava 01's doing a good job, but Hanya has just put a stop to our tracks forward, which kind of makes perfect sense, because he flipping damages everything in sight and does a really good job of doing that. But, as I've said many times with zombies, very difficult to fight two battles at the same time. Oh, Ava 01, no. Come on, islands, do something. Don't get zombied, mind you. Just, oh, okay, they got zombied, mind you. Go on, you tanky lads. Do something. I'm not going to try and save up for Nerve Moon. I'm a good boy. I know where our fate lies here, and that would be in a very bad fate if I went for doing something like that. But surely, a little bit of anti-red in a nice little gap would be exactly what the doctor ordered. Ah! No! Don't you just appear like that. Oh, don't, like, not die. Flip's sake. What happened before was a bit of an issue with expensive units, right? Expensive units don't seem to work with the type of stuff that appears here, so I've reformulated what goes on with a lot of cheaper stuff. We've still got stuff like Can and Weed Whacker, but instead, for anti-zombie, Saru Carnage. And then I've put in Rogue Cat. Not that cheap, but ultimately long recharge time and should be nice and resistant. My ultimate aim to have a constant flow of cheap but strong stuff. Keep chipping away at Hanya instead of one expensive thing that dies and puts me in a lot of danger. Got a few hits there, unfortunately interrupted now, and I haven't brought Rich Cat this time because this is a bit of a proof of concept run. Again, I got more Sniper the Cats than Rich Cat, so I've still brought that with me. For now, let's see if Hajiri is able to deal with all these zombies, because if anything is, I think Hajiri will be able to. Okay, that's one shot. That's two shots, and excellent. Zombie kill gone. Fantastic. Oh, we got a knockback there. We did get a maglev hit as well. We get some time possibly for a can hit. Oh, so close. That's unfortunate. I haven't had a look to see how far Rocat survives. I think that hit didn't actually land on it. So we'll find out what happens there. So it's been weakened there, but it survives. And what will happen with a second shot? Survives again. Okay, that is good. Oh, a third one. Definitely enough to justify keeping Rocat in there then. That allowed us briefly there to get quite a few hits on Hanya. With need to conserve my monies that might not be so bad with a Rich Cat. Feel like soon we might be within a chance. Go on, Zeely. Away you go. Away you be, please. I've got all my anti-zombies here, and I need... Yep, excellent. I need you to sod off, and you sodded off, Julie. Thank you very much. That was a proper knockback. I realised what I had before might well have just been a sniper, the cat one. Let's wait until these zombies get worse, I seem to find. Managed to get one worker cat upgrade out of that, and I think maybe a Sarukani now. Don't want to let Hanya get too near. Going to put out a Rocat now and start trying to advance forward again. Achieved some pretty good hits there, actually. And we're working towards max worker count. We've got level 7 now. Might have put myself in a bit of undue danger there, but no huge enemies out at the moment. So as long as I keep meat shielding, we'll stay in roughly the same place and we'll continue to do the damage that we oh so wish to put out onto Hanya. There we go. A nice clear path to it, and we're still chipping away. Oh, good job Hanya just stopped to do his attack there. There was loads of empty space he could have moved forward into, and we would not want that. Let's take this opportunity to do plenty-o damage to you. There's a proper knockback. So it's had 2 now, and max worker cap. That's put us a bit low, but actually it's pretty silent on the battlefield. So now, in a way as if we had had a rich cat, we can continue on. Oh no, don't move forward like that, please. That is a terrifying loss of ground. Let's put a stop to that right now. A bit more islanding. We've got a Rocat staking the place out, but I can't imagine it'll be able to survive for too much longer. Let's get another one. Try and keep this position. This could be the final stretch. And as if by magic. Whoever said you weren't the solution to everything? These two mad lads, I tell you. Although I don't sound particularly enthralled, I thought that that was great fun. I thought that that was a very well constructed level, enjoyable level of difficulty, and worked really rather well as an event overall. So big thumbs up to that one, and it gives us a true form to a unit that's really rather good. Here we go then. Maglev Cat evolves into Bullet Train Cat. Can take a maximum of 2,222 passengers on a round the world journey at 20 million kilometers per hour. I feel like Elon Musk's been dabbling in battle cats. Oh, I forgot about Major Leaguer. Well, let's evolve Major Leaguer as well. Give him some spotlight. What are you, my chappie? You are... Golfer cat. Oh, I quite like that. Hole-in-one king at the local park. Interesting fairway technique inspired by his past career. I mean, I don't know anything about golf, and that was funny. Resists aliens, might break barriers, long range. Wow, I do like how flat the top of his head is. And his small face as well. I like his small face. Okay then, well that does it for Wrath of Carnage, as I started calling it. But that's like a literature prize, so it's probably not. But in any case, Return of the Classic has been done again. I will bid you goodbye and say, I hope you enjoyed.